Hey, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Painter. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be a Sephora recommendations video, and this is the first one of these I've ever done. I never really thought I had anything to recommend, especially because I feel like recommendations pretty much are always very personal and very specific. But I've gathered a list of a bunch of items that I think are, for the most part, completely universal to everyone, and I decided to split this video into two parts. So the first part will be from Sephora Collection specifically, and I'll be giving you 8 items that I recommend from the Sephora Collection line that are still available now, because we know Sephora discontinues things just as quickly as they bring things in. And then I'll also be giving you 3 items specifically that I do not recommend, that I think you should stay far away from. And then in my next video I'll have pretty much just every other brand that I own something from that is available at Sephora that I recommend for most people. If I have any like specific recommendations, I'll mention that, but otherwise I think all of these are very universal, and they're things that I feel like really stand out. 2 out of these 8 items I actually don't have with me because I've used them up, but I will be repurchasing both of these things in the upcoming Sephora sale, which is, by the way, on November 1st, and all Sephora Collection items will be 30% off instead of the like 20, 15, or 10%. So all Sephora items 30% off. And I do want to mention, a lot of people don't know this. I just discovered it because I was like playing around during the sale, but the codes for those like little free gift with purchase deluxe samples, they don't work for non-Sephora Collection items, but if you have a cart that is completely Sephora Collection, it will work. So not saying that you should buy things just to get free items, but if you happen to have like a cart that had enough Sephora Collection items to like get a free gift, you can do that if you would like, and it combines with the code perfectly fine if it's only Sephora Collection in your cart. So just wanted to mention that really quickly before I started. The first item that I don't have with me is the Sephora eyebrow pencil. The one that I buy is in the shade Ebony, so that one, if you were just wondering for shade reference, that one works perfectly for my eyebrows. There are also kids playing outside, so you'll be hearing that probably the whole video. But I really like this eyebrow pencil. I believe it's supposed to be waterproof. Okay, yes, I just checked and it does say waterproof on the title. It's the retractable eyebrow pencil waterproof is what it says. And it's not like it won't come off no matter what you do. I sweat a lot, so if I do blot my brows, I do get a tiny bit of transfer, but they're not like the pigment isn't like moving around my brows all day. Like, I have had some brow products do that, especially some specific brow gels from Kosas. Anyway, this is not a smear campaign for other brands. I just really love this brow product, and it's only $13 at the moment, so compared to some other brands, this is a very affordable brow pencil for like I would say like a mid-range quality brow pencil. It's not like those super cheapy ones that you can get for like $8 at the drugstore. It's like $5 more, but I personally feel like you're getting a little bit more product and a much better quality pencil. The other product that I don't have with me is actually one that I finished a few days ago, and it's the exfoliating wipes from Sephora. I've tried pretty much every type of face wipe from Sephora just because I was curious if there was really much of a difference between them, and spoiler, there is not. I kind of just stick with the coconut ones because it says it's soothing, but I don't really know if it is. But specifically the ones that I wanted to mention are the one type that is exfoliating, and I believe it's, let me check really quick. Okay, yeah, it is grapefruit scented, but it is an exfoliating facial wipe. So on one side of the wipe is like these little kind of physical exfoliant ridges or like bumps all over the sheet of the wipe. So if you want something exfoliating for your face, it is really nice. It's not too rough, especially if you're gentle when you use it. I love them personally because I do have very oily skin, and I specifically like to use them mostly after I go to the gym, just to quickly wipe my face and get all like the oil and the sweat and everything off my face. Is very like TMI, I guess. They're also really good for wiping off makeup swatches that are extra stubborn. I don't think they're specifically meant for makeup removal on your face. In fact, I wouldn't recommend scrubbing your eyes with it because I tried it once and it was very uncomfortable. But at least I have never seen anything else like this from any other brand that I've shopped from. So yeah, I think they're a very unique and useful product that I would highly recommend. Now onto the products that I actually do have with me. The first one is this brush cleaner. This is the deep cleaning brush and sponge shampoo. This one is the jumbo size and it is $26. There's 250 mils or 8.45 fluid ounces. I love this stuff. This is the first time I've ever tried this, so this is my first bottle of it. And I got it because I was running out of both my brush cleaner and my sponge cleaner. I usually buy two different ones because I feel like usually a cleanser that works for brushes does not really work well for really getting deep into the pores of sponges. So I just got this one just to see which one it would work for better, and it actually works on both, and I've never had anything that does that. If you have used something that does it, please let me know because I would like to have a backup just in case Sephora discontinues this. But for now, I'm definitely going to restock in the sale. But I highly recommend this. It cleans my brushes well and it cleans my sponge well, which I feel like products either like don't wash out of the sponge and it's still all soapy, or it doesn't actually clean it, and this can do both for the sponge and for my brushes. It doesn't leave residue on it, which I feel like most sponge cleaners do. So I really like this. I'm so glad that I discovered it and I highly recommend this. Also, there is a smaller size of this just in case you didn't want to jump the gun and get the large size, so that also is an option. Speaking of brushes, I do want to recommend Sephora Collection brush kits. This one specifically, I don't currently see it on the website. I bought it like a year ago. It was like their complete face and eye brush set. I see they do still have a set from this like same type of brush line, but it's not like the full face and eye set. But every Sephora brush set from like their permanent lines I've tried has been really sufficient. Some of course higher quality than others depending on how much you're paying, but I do recommend these brushes just for having something like as a backup, or maybe for like a makeup beginner, someone who's just getting into, you know, applying makeup, like doing a full face of makeup or eyeshadow. I think this would be a really good gift. Or what I did when I bought this was I bought it and had it shipped to where I was going out of town for 2 weeks, so that I just literally had enough brushes for every single type of makeup that I was going to do for the entire 2 weeks, and it worked perfectly for this. They're very good quality as far as sturdiness. None of them have ever broken on me, or it doesn't like sorry, the kids are yelling. These don't lose their bristles, which I've seen even happen to luxury brushes, so I feel like they're very well made. So if you can find a set, or even the individual brushes as well, but if you can find a set especially where you like the look of all the brushes, I recommend them. Just make sure you get them from one of their permanent, or however permanent Sephora Collection is, but from their permanent lines, not the holiday lines, which I will talk about later. The next one I of course was going to mention, their eyeshadow palettes. These are so good, and I don't know why no one ever talks about these. These are the ones that I'm currently holding are these Sephora Collection Precious Gemstones palettes. These are all four that are currently available. So there's jade, pearl, titanium quartz, and pyrite. Every year Sephora does these 7-pan eyeshadow palettes. I should actually open it up to show you, but I also did a full series on all of these palettes where I swatched them and did 2 looks per palette, so I'll link that in the description box. But each palette has this same layout where it has 7 shadows. One of them has a larger pan. Every year for the past, I believe, 3 years, Sephora has done this type of layout, and every year they've done it, they have just been such good quality and such great color stories. And I just really recommend them, especially for the price. They're already affordable, and then they go 30% off during the sale. So I really recommend these. If you've seen my series of reviewing these palettes, you already know how I feel about them. But yeah, I'm not going to say too much more because I explain myself fully in those videos. But if you've never tried these out, definitely try them if you are interested in any of them. And if you have tried them before from previous years, I'm here to tell you that the quality is just as good. This next product is one that I had no idea existed until fairly recently, and that is the small travel pillowcase. I actually use this as like a travel hair accessory case. So it has one, when you open it up, it has one larger compartment, and then on the other side it has like one medium-sized compartment. I'm able to fit all of my bobby pins in here, and then I put smaller hair ties into these 2 smaller compartments. So I really like it. It hasn't broken on me. I've been using this very frequently for the past maybe like 6 months. I'm definitely going to pick up another one during the sale just in case this ever does break in the future because I use it so much. But I just think this is really handy. So if you travel a lot and you always bring a lot of hair stuff with you, I think this would be a great way to store things. I didn't come up with that idea. I saw it in the comments or the reviews for this product, and I thought it was such a great idea, and it really works. This product is not super specific to Sephora Collection, but since there will be a sale, if you need one, you should probably just pick it up now. That's the pencil sharpener. This is a new design. Before it was like a black and gray design, but I think they still work the same. This technically has 3 different sizes because you can take this part out and the hole for this one becomes bigger. So it's like a 3-sized makeup pencil sharpener, and it works well. The blades don't dull on you like most sharpeners. Oh, you can tell how much I've used this. Like most sharpeners, it has the little thing to poke out the little bits that get stuck in there, and it's like a lot of brands have this. It's nothing new, but yeah, I think it's good quality. So if you just needed to grab an extra makeup pencil sharpener and you were going to shop the Sephora sale, you may as well just throw it in your cart. My final recommendation from Sephora Collection is the different masks they offer. I currently only have face and eye masks, but Sephora also has a range of hand masks, foot masks, and hair masks. The hair masks are just okay. I have like very dry hair, and also the shower cap was way too small for me, but I have a really big head. So I'm not sure how much I can recommend the hair masks specifically, but everything else I love. I admittedly seldom do these types of masks, but I just like to pick them up like every once in a while. I'll pick up a little set. These 2 specifically are both aloe, and they're for depuffing and quenching. I just think they're really fun to do. It's not like Sephora's best product in their entire line, and you probably could get something similar elsewhere, but especially because they will be 30% off, I just love to have these for like a girls' night, or if I'm getting ready for something and I want to do like an extra step, just to have, and they like don't break me out. They're not overly scented, and they do have a very wide variety of different purposes. So they have everything from brightening to soothing to pores. I recommend, if you do like to do masks for your face, eyes, hands, or feet, to check them out, and if you see one that you like, I recommend them. But now that we've gone through all the good, I do have 3 things that I really think you should avoid. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. The first one, like I said, is their holiday brush sets. Do not get them, just don't bother, please. I've tried their holiday or like limited edition brush sets from 3 different releases. I've gotten rid of all 3 of them. They're just not very good. Not only is the quality not there, but for some reason, whenever Sephora does a holiday or limited edition brush set, they make the weirdest and most like oddly shaped brushes, and I can never find a use for them. So stay away from those special releases. Stick with the main lines of brushes. I can guarantee like you will not use them long term. Next is another one that I actually just talked about in my last video. Really terrible product. The Wink It felt tip eyeliners. They're really bad. They say they're waterproof. They are not. They are pretty much dry when they're brand new. There's hardly any product in them, and then the product that is there takes forever to come out. I had to go over my eyeliner line like 10 times per eye just to get it to where you could even see it, not even a full opaque line. And I tried 3 different colors. I tried a black, a brown, and a blue. All of them were like that, so don't bother with any of them. You're just gonna end up throwing it away. Finally, speaking of throwing away, a product that I had to throw away all of them before even using them, and yes, I bought 3 without even trying one first. These are the mistakes I make so that you don't have to make them, but it's their lip liner to go pencils. They also have an eyeliner to go line, which I haven't tried any from, but considering how bad the lip liners were, I'd probably stay away from those. But the lip liners, terrible. They don't have any pictures of the products on their website, and if you just go off of the descriptions of the color, you will be getting the wrong color completely. I bought 3 of them, and one of them I couldn't use at all. The other one I had to wear an even darker lip liner just to even pull that off as a lipstick because it was so light. So the colors are all off. You're not gonna know what color you're actually getting until you get it. And then before I was even able to use any of them at all, they all went bad on me, and I'd only had them for a few months before I went to use them out, and when I opened them, they smelled disgusting. They smelled like worse than any makeup product I've ever smelled going bad, so just don't even bother. I had to get rid of all 3 of them because they went bad so quickly, and 2 of them I didn't even want to use anyway. I feel kind of bad ending on a bad note. Maybe I should have saved one for the end, but those were all of my recommendations and the products that I think you should stay very far away from. I really do believe that all the products that I mentioned are truly universal. Even the eyeshadow palettes, there are 4 different color stories, and I think they work on a range of people, especially depending on which eyeshadow palette you choose. So again, check out that video series that I did, which I'll link below. But let me know if you have any other recommendations or products from Sephora Collection that you think I should definitely stay away from in the sale. I don't really want to make any more mistakes than I already have. But I will see you in my next video, which will be the other half of this, which is non-Sephora Collection brands. So I'll just have to see you there. But before I go, I just want to say, if you don't feel like buying anything in the sale, don't buy something. Don't buy something just because someone says they recommend it. Don't buy something because you have FOMO and you're scared Sephora will discontinue it. If you're not thinking of buying it, just don't buy it at all. Don't be tempted by sales. But yeah, that'll be it. I'll see you soon. Bye.